So hello guys, today we are going to do a Leetcode question, that is modify the matrix. The question number is 3033 and it was asked today. So I'll first start by first reading the problem statement as we always do. So we'll start by reading the problem statement, and the problem statement says, given a zero index m into n integer matrix, the name of the 2D vector is matrix. It is given that create a new zero index matrix called answer and make that answer equal to matrix. Then replace each element with the value -1 with the maximum elements in its respective position in its respective column. Return the matrix answer. Okay, so it is given that you are given an integer matrix. You are given an integer matrix n into m basically, right? M into n based integer matrix. And you have to suppose it contains this elements -1 0 4 6 -1 5. Suppose you are given an integer matrix like this. They are saying that you have to make an answer matrix, and you have to just copy the elements of this matrix, or you have to copy the elements of the given matrix to the answer matrix, ensuring that if any minus one occurs, you'll have to replace the -1 with the maximum value in that column. Okay, so the question is clear, right? So if I repeat myself again, suppose I'll just show you through the test case. Suppose in this question, 1 is there, 2 is there, -1 is there, 4, -1, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is a 2D matrix. And you are given by, and it is copied onto the answer matrix. And which contains -1 also. So they are saying that you have to just replace that -1 with the maximum value in that column. Columns are basically these are the rows, and these are the rows, and these are the columns. Like, these are the columns. So if you encounter any -1 here and the elements here are 8, 7 and 6, so you will replace this -1 with the value of 8, with the value 8. Okay, so this 8 will also be present here now. So I hope the question is clear. Question is absolutely clear. So what I can do, suppose I consider this test case: 1 2 -1, 4 -1 6, 1 2 -1, 4 -1 6, and 7 8 9, 7 8 9. Okay, so this is my matrix, that is the given matrix, and I'll have to copy it into a new answer matrix. So one approach that I can give is, I'll just simply start iterating through all the elements. I'll simply start traversing through all the elements, and I'll make an unordered map. Why unordered map? As I want the minimum value in all these columns. So I can make an unordered map that stores that stores the the maximum value, in each column. Okay, makes sense, right? So uh, so if I just write it down again. So in this column, what is the maximum value? I can clearly see that the maximum value in this column is 7. So my uh, or unordered map, leave the unordered map. I'll just simply make a vector. I'll simply make a vector. Of the size of the number of columns, Okay, and I'll just traverse it. So for example, this is column 0, this is column 1, this is column 2. So if I ask what is the maximum value in this column, I can easily say that 1, 4 and 7, out of these 3, 7 is my maximum value. So my maximum value at the 0th column is 7. If I ask you what is the maximum value in this column, so you say that 2 among 2 -1 and 8, the maximum value is 8. So the first column contains the maximum value of 8. If I ask you that among this column, what is the maximum value that it contains? It contains the value of 9. Okay, so at the second index, the maximum value is 9. The maximum value is 9. So I'll just store all these values. I'll iterate once and store all these values. I'll just iterate once and store all these values, and I'll just start copying elements from from first matrix to the second matrix. I'll just move from the first element 1, and I'll just copy it to this matrix. I'll just get 1, I'll move to 2, I'll just get 2. If I move to minus 1, I check that it is minus 1. So I'll check the map, what is the value present at the map? What is the value present at that index of the map? So I can easily see that the value present is 9. So I'll just replace my minus 1 with 9. Okay, I move forward, I get 4. I move forward, I get 4. So 4 is not equal to minus 1, so I'll just put it as it is. I'll move forward, I get minus 1. I get minus 1, and the column number is 1. And the column number is 1. Okay, so I'll just check my map, and I'll check that what is the maximum value present in that column. So I can easily see that the maximum value present is 8. Maximum value present is 8. So I'll replace it by 8. I move forward, I get 6. I get at the value 6. Okay, so I'll just 6 is not equal to minus 1. So I'll just put it as it is. Okay, I'll move forward and I'll get 7. I'll put it as it is. I'll get 8. I'll put it as it is. I'll put 9 and I'll put it as it is. Okay, so this is one of the approach that I can go for this question. This is one of the approach I can go for this question. In this, I am using, if I go to the space complexity, I am using of n square space for creating a new answer array. Creating a new answer vector or array. Okay, new answer vector. So if I say that instead of creating a new array, I can just store the maximum count at each column and I can modify them in place. That means in this matrix only, I'm going to modify it. And if I encounter any minus 1 values, I'll just replace it with the maximum value in that column. Suppose you have like this. Suppose you have attributes. You haven't ever seen a table. So I'll store the maximum value at the heading of the table, and if I encounter any minus 1 in that column, I'll just replace it by the maximum value. That is as simple as it looks, as it seems to be. Okay, so if I consider this option 3 minus 1 5 2, 3 minus 1 5 2, I'll just make a vector of 2 columns, 0 and 1, 0 and 1. So in this column, what is the maximum value? Maximum value is 5. In this column, what is the maximum value? 2. So I'll just traverse this. I'll just traverse this vector. I'll go to 3. This is the same vector. Okay, this is the same vector. I'm not creating any new vector. So this is the matrix vector only. I'm traversing to 3. I'll see that it is not equal to minus 1. So I move forward. So if I go forward, I'll encounter a minus 1. So what I have to do on minus 1? I have to do on minus 1? I have to check my map. To see what is the maximum value present at that index. So I can see that maximum value present at that index is 2. Okay, fine. I'll move forward, I get 2, 5, and I'll move forward, I get 2. So this is my matrix. And I have it. This is my matrix, and I haven't made a new matrix. I have modified the minus 1 to the maximum value. Modified the minus 1 to the maximum value you can get in that column. Maximum value you can get in that column. So done and busted. Okay, so if I want to write the code for this, I'm doing nothing. I'm just storing on this is the matrix 4 5 6 minus 1 3 4. I'm just storing it on the top of this. I'm storing it on maximum value on top of this. I'm just replacing it, and I'm just replacing them with replacing all the minus 1 with all the values, all the maximum values. So if I want to code this approach, I'll just check what is the size of this what is the size of the column. So I'll check the size of the column. Then I'll make a vector. I'll make a vector that will store all my maximum occurrences. Vector that will store all of my maximum occurrences, max occurrences, max number. I'll store it as max number. Okay, and I'll declare it of size n and with value 0. And with value 0, I'll just traverse my array. I'll just traverse my vector. Okay, and I'll just traverse my vector matrix of I of size. Okay, I'll just traverse my vector and just see if the value of matrix, okay, so it is equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, I'll just check if my matrix of J is greater than the max, if is greater than the value at is greater than the value at maximum of number of j. If the value is greater, then I'll just if the value is greater, and then I'll just replace the value. I'll just replace the value. I'll just replace the value with matrix of ij. So thereby I get a matrix. Thereby I get the matrix which contain I get the vector which contains the maximum values. Okay. So and on one traversal, I'll just see if my matrix of I and j contains a value equal to -1. I'll just replace that value. With my maximum value that is present in my vector. Okay, and I'll just return my vector. Return my vector 486,789, and I just try to submit it. Accepted. Okay, so what if I go to the summary, if I go through the summary of the solution that I gave, I'm basically declaring all the maximums for the matrix. I'm declaring all the maximums for the matrix of that particular column. So if I encounter any -1, I'll just simply replace it on the second traversal by the max value present in that column. So I hope you guys understood. This is me saving all the values, saving all the maximum values, and this is me that is going to get the this is going to replace all the -1 with the maximum value present in that column. Okay, so this was the solution of the this was the solution of the question. Modify the matrix. If you have any doubts regarding the question, you can just ping it in the comments. And if you do like the video, just subscribe, share. Okay, have a good day. Thank you.